Good morning, my friends. Let's get right into it. We're going to do a rush hour. I'm going to have it playing in the background. I'm just going to talk about what I'm doing. I hope you guys all had a great weekend. I was not planning on rushing at all this week, but I decided I had to make a video or I had to record it because as you're about to find out, I'm recording it on my computer, my desktop, so the frame rate's much better, everything is much better, the quality is just significantly higher. So, I'm going to try to keep it to a minimum, talking to a minimum, and just commenting my fights. I chose this defense, there's no speed threat, and I consider the only lone threat to be... Actually, this has quite a lot of threats. I shouldn't have done this attack. I go for Zing because he gets defense broken. Normally I would hit Rakan. We get a really lucky ignore on Ritesh, and that brings Ritesh into kill shot range. 4v2, really I only consider the only threat Rakan. And instead of going for Rakan, I still go for Praha because she's defense broken. So defense breaks really kind of like made me switch up how I normally played. Normally Rakan would have been my very first target, like from the very get-go. And I would have stayed on Rakan until he died. But, you know, hey, when defense breaks pop up, you gotta take the opportunity, you know? So, I'm gonna full screen this 1 second, guys. I can see it playing in the background behind the screen. It's really distracting. So, I'm already sitting here like, because this could have been a loss really easily. Didn't get a defense break right there. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, man, am I about to lose on my very first fight? Gotta make that bar go away. 1 second, guys. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Anyway, so yeah, it's kind of off to a rough start, and here I'm like legit, at this point I'm thinking I'm gonna lose, but then Amp comes back up and I'm like, oh, okay. And then he manages a crit, because you know, if he doesn't manage a crit, then that actually might have been bad. We probably would have lost right there. I see this team, Pisama, Tiana, I will attack that all day. Tiana has 15 base speed lower than Bernard. My Bernard is 308. I know for a fact this Tiana is not gonna outspeed my Bernard. There's just no way on earth. I guess there are really good players in Global, and there's like really fast Bernards. No one's that fast. So I get first turn, I target Kumar. I consider Kumar the only threat. Even though Pisama is a threat, and so is Theo, I know Lucian's going to bring Theo to endure, and Lucian's also going to kill Pisama. My Bernard is so fast, unless he gets stunned, he always laps the enemy team and kills Pisama. Just like that. This game is very heavily about knowing your team, knowing what their capabilities are. I only use this arena offense. You might watch a lot of other players have different arena offenses. This is my one-size-fits-all arena offense that works for me personally. I couldn't remember if I fought that guy or not. So I see a Chiwu lead and a Bernard 24% speed lead, which matches my 24% speed lead and a Bernard. I'll play the speed game all day. I feel pretty confident about outspeeding other people. So I go for him. But yeah, you have to know your account. You have to know your arena offense. I practice with this arena offense all throughout the week. This is the only arena offense I use. So it's when something doesn't go to plan, that's very surprising to me. And I know you might be like, well, you have Faye and she's completely RNG, so how do you plan for that? Well, I always assume I'm going to do minimal damage and then Lucian can come in and still clean up. Even when Faye doesn't get ignores, I usually will still win. That's why I put her on Violent too, so she can get those Violent procs to bring back Dark Dragon attack so she can get a second round at trying to not screw everything up. Anyway, so that was the guy at the very top of my list, or the bottom of my list, even though it's like physically oriented at the top. So he was as little points as possible. I pushed into Guardian about 2 hours before Rush started, and I just let myself sit there. I think when I started a Rush, I was 1100 or 700, I can't remember. You guys probably just saw it, it just was on the screen. I go for Veligil because Rina is just a bad target, so is Camilla because half damage. Veligil grants the immunity, and I needed to land defense breaks. So, very surprising Cayman didn't die there. I was actually anticipating him to die. I was kind of worried at this point because Camilla and Rina take a long time to kill, and literally every single second I spend killing someone else that's not Camilla or Rina, that's bad. So fortunately, this Camilla was probably built damage because she goes down really quick and doesn't have much life. Now, I don't know, it wasn't this one. There was a Rina that I spent probably a good 2 minutes fighting, and my rush would have gone a lot better if I had either skipped her or just got luckier. Because I do a full Dark Dragon attack and I get no ignores. So that really screwed me. And then Lucian amped right after Faye Dark Dragon attacked and didn't kill her either. So that Rina, it wasn't that one. That one Rina kind of ruined my rush. But I don't want to... If you came from Shredded's video, the surprise is already ruined. But if you haven't seen Shredded's video yet, watch it after you watch this one for sure. Watch all of Shredded's videos. I love his videos, man. Anyway, so I choose this one. Huadam comps don't scare me at all. I tunnel Huadam with Faye. If I get an ignore, great. If I don't, Lucian's still gonna kill him. So we don't get an ignore on anyone except Perna, which is literally useless. This trips Huadam's passive because it brings Perna down to kill shot range, so he loses 30% of his damage while Lucian is amping his team. That's exactly why I don't fear Perna or Huadam's at all. Like, people think Huadam is so great on AD, and he really is. He's really good, but not against Faye Lucian. Faye Lucian just... There's not a lot of things that Faye Lucian can't really handle if they have premium runes, in my opinion. And you might be like, well, you know, that's all you do. It's all I do for a reason. Faye ignores defense, and she's like a neutral element. So there's no defense out there that's safe. As long as you always target fire when it comes up, Faye Lucian is very, very safe, very strong. Okay, after I hit fight on this one fight, I regretted it because it's 2 revivers. I forgot that Light came in, Armana is a reviver too. So now I'm sitting here and I have to kill Ladril and Armana. And even killing one of them between Faye and Lucian, that's already asking for a lot. So now I have to kill 2 of them. And we don't even get an ignore on a Ladril. At this point I'm thinking, well crap, I'm really screwed. Somehow I kill Armana. I have no idea. That Armana, if he was a little healthier, man, healthier. If he was a little tankier, that would have been really, this fight would have gone south super quick. So at this point, it's just cleanup. I want to even say, am I on auto right now? I am on auto. I don't want to do that because I don't want to block Bernard. Put myself a little lower. You guys can see more action that way. Yep. So I hope you guys all had a nice weekend. You're probably noticing, or maybe not, you might notice that the frame rate is much smoother on the video. It's because I set up my desktop, and I'll show you guys afterwards. I set up my desktop to be completely usable, which is really exciting. It's right over there actually. And I'm probably gonna record all my future videos on it. I'm only editing this movie now because I don't know how to edit things on my desktop. I need to find the software. I think I have Sony Vegas floating around somewhere. But yeah, it's been a while. So here we kill the Freya, which kind of sucks because it basically negates Amp. I had a feeling that was going to happen, but I don't want to let Freya just hang out because if she's built Despair, she has an AoE that pushes everyone's attack bar back, and she's Despair stunning you. It's worth it to kill her, even if that means the monkey gets full health again, and I have to work on him again. We land a lucky defense break into 2 kicks. Faye basically skill 1'd him to death right there. She literally hit him once and almost killed him in 1 skill 1. Faye's incredibly powerful. I see people with Faye and their Faye doesn't have premium runes, and that just blows my mind. I love Faye. Now obviously some people have, like, I don't have a Tiana, a Sierra, or a Pisama, or Rakan, Leica, or Varad. Or no, Rakan, Leica, or Perna. If I had any of those characters, I'd be super happy. I need those for AD and AO, in my opinion. But until I get them, I'm very happy with Faye. As you can see, we cleaned it up. This is Arena. Oh, what I'm gonna do is I'm literally gonna get out a timer when I'm editing this. I'm gonna time how long she takes. So she tanked an entire Dark Dragon attack. You probably noticed I held on to Lucian's Amp or Faye's Dark Dragon attack last time because I wanted her to get attack buff. She survives a Dark Dragon attack and an Amp. I'm pretty sure Rina is the only character in the game who can do that. If any other character in the game got hit by all 4 shots, even if they didn't ignore, plus Lucian's Amp, they would have died. Maybe Cayman would have been okay too if it's a really tanky Cayman, because it's basically the same thing as Rina, but it's fire. So, but the point being, this Rina stalled the crap out of me, because now I had to go around 3 more turns, to get Amp and Dark Dragon attack up before I could even try to kill it again. It's literally the biggest pain in my ass. Skill 1 into Skill 2 didn't even take her shield now. Did you guys notice that? Now granted, she doesn't have defense break. I don't think I defense broke her 1 time. Not a damn time. This is like a Rina spotlight. Do you guys see how good Rina is? You guys know how good my AoE is. So you know how strong my characters are. And this Rina is beating the fuck out of us. Look at that! Like, what? Are you serious? Now, Stefanos is saying, notice I don't open guild chat. Oh, I do! Fail! I think that's the only time I ever opened guild chat. For the rest of the day, I did not open guild chat. I didn't even talk to them because last Rush Hour Con, I was really pissed off because I kept opening guild chat and I couldn't talk about what was going on the screen. So here we are, just going up the list. I skip a lot of people, and basically I don't even look at the name. I was worried I attacked some guildies this month. So Pisama with Orion is always a go for me. it's not that big of a speed difference. He has 9% on the speed leader, but 5 less on the base. So as long as he's lower than 4 speed of me, I'll still outspeed him. Or if he's, yeah. So it's really safe for me to hit Pisama Orions. I know that's really worrisome for a lot of other players, but I have a lot of confidence in my speed. Sure enough, we just clean it up. Pisama Orion is easy fight, especially with Sierra, and Sierra Orion is even easier for me. Because Sierra always dies to Amp, and so does Orion. I believe we had 1 loss today. I'm not sure if it's this one. It's around when I was G2, like I was ranked 78, and then I lost, and I got pushed back out to like 170. So I think I attacked the Ritesh here. I always will kill Orion and Pisama's first life in Lucian's Amp, so I never target them. And the fact that we defense break Ritesh just honestly really seals the deal. I was going to attack him anyways, and we get the lucky kill on him, and I'm really excited. I thought we could kill Praha here, and oh, we did. There were so many fights. There was a few fights where Praha got down to 1 HP and just daydreamed everybody up. That really pissed me off. But so it doesn't, honestly, I want to say I'm on auto at this point. There's nothing, yeah, there's nothing, literally nothing they can do. And so when I know I'm going to win, even if it's sloppy, I'll always do auto because the computer choosing your attacks and going is significantly faster than even you just clicking manually. It saves seconds, and every second counts. We're at 175 right now, and we're plunging into Guardian. I actually get kicked around quite a bit. I go to like about a 100, and I start floating around 150, and I can't break it until the very end. And I don't want to ruin the surprise for you guys. So I choose this team, Pisama Orion, and I always consider Theo Chasun as like the other two. That's super easy for me. I mean, there's no threat. I consider no threat because Lucian's going to bring Theo to Amp. I'm always going to target Chasun with Faye, so Lucian's going to kill Chasun too. So Pisama will only survive 1 hit from someone, and so will Theo. This is not a even if like on best case scenario they wouldn't have won. There's no way they would have won right there. So that's a really safe AD for me to hit. I skipped that one because it's a light panda, right? I think there was something about that I really didn't like. I think it could have been the Eladriel and Rakan. That's a bad combo because it basically has, you have 2 must-die targets, and I only like fighting comps with only 1 must-die target. For example, in this one, the must-die target is Rakan. So I want to say I target Rakan. Now, like, Tiana is really slow. She has no speed lead, so I'm not worried about it. And, of course, I soften up Rakan. I softened him up a little too much. I probably should have kicked the Perna right there. But I wasn't expecting her Faye to do that much damage to the Rakan. So I was like sitting there, I'm like, huh, that's a lot of damage. So the team gets wiped up easily. Looking at it, we might have thought like, man, you have 1 Lucian and you bring it into a Rakan Perna. We're at 138 right now. Again, you gotta know the capabilities of your team. Even though Perna is scary, Perna almost never beats me. I've never been beaten by a Perna in the sense that Perna's alone, I have 3 guys left and I lose. It's not like a Camilla. It doesn't do that to you. Or at least it doesn't do it to my personal team. So even though this looks really shitty, that was not bad because I just needed to get a touch of damage on Sierra so I knew Lucian's Amp could kill her. It does look bad, and I actually thought this was the first one I'm thinking like, man, this is looking like a loss. I hope I can get a defense break on Sekhmet here, and sure enough I do. Now, even though I got a defense break on Sekhmet, I still go on Praha because she's the sustain of the group. Sekhmet's typically not built with damage. She also failed to use the buff steal and cooldown reset. She didn't use it on Lucian. That would have really screwed me over. But she derped, I guess, and didn't use it. Sekhmet's really good on AD. Sekhmet is one of the few monsters that I look at and I go, maybe I don't want to hit this. The other ones are like Rakan, Freya. Freya's annoying. It's not that Freya's good or scary, she's just annoying. Rakan and Freya are 2 like, eh. And then I'm really not a fan. I actually am more hesitant to hit Arenas than Camillas. As you can see, I'm hitting the Camilla right now. I clearly don't care about hitting Camillas. And yeah, I opened guild chat because we're autoing a Camilla. Like, what more is there to do? You know what I mean? So I'm just waiting for Amp. And I unpause it right there because I want to make sure my Lucian doesn't derp and not use Amp. I'm not sure if you guys knew this, but sometimes that'll happen. Like, if you're autoing a Camilla, Lucian's Chroma Cove and he'll surprise box. And you'll be like, yeah, that's a surprise, motherfucker, because you were supposed to use Amp right there. You have failed me. You had 1 job. So finally we clean up the Camilla. She stalled me a good amount. Nowhere close to how long that Rena stalled me, though. That Rena was ridiculous. Pisama Orion both instant kills with a Rakan and a Praha. Rakan is the only must-die target. I always will attack that because Faye, I can choose that first attack and hopefully kind of funnel her into hitting my target of choice. Especially if we get an ignore on that first attack, 25%. If I get an ignore on that first attack, it's basically an instant win. Instant win. At this point, there's nothing they can do to come back from this, unless Praha daydreams them up, which I think actually happens in this fight. Oh, just kidding. No. If that Praha doesn't cut in, it's over. It's like that Praha needs to cut in and daydream to get that Rakan up to full health. Everybody else was going to die, and then the Rakan still could have 1v4'd us, but not very common. I had one loss, and then I had 2 or 3 that were really close. I don't think this is my close one. I think I fought a Huanam where I didn't ignore, but I think I still won it. So I went on the Huanam. Oh god, yeah. Ignored him twice. That's harsh. So right there, I know that I could have proc Nemesis on that Praha, but I did it anyways because the benefits outweighed the risk. If I got the 2 kicks and they didn't proc Nemesis, if you didn't strip or heal, then Lucian would kill her and it would be a really easy fight. So my gamble paid off. You might notice I hit Camilla a few times there to keep her shield low, or to keep her health low so Cayman's shield would go on Camilla. I didn't want Cayman getting the shield because he was my next kill target. And then it's just a 4v1 against Camilla. I've heard stories about people getting 4v1 by Camilla. That's never happened to me. I'm sure my Camillas are 4v1 people, because my Camillas, I'll show you the runes when I'm done with this rush, when this video ends. I'll pop on and I'll start playing and I'll show you my Camilla's runes. This rush hour I'm using Ariel, Praha, Milla. That's my AD this year. Might be my AD this year after what happened this rush hour, because I'm really happy with results. So I choose this. It's a Pisama but with no speed booster. So easy pickings for me personally. I go on the Ritesh because Leica can only take 1/3 of his damage, so even if I score an ignore on Leica, it doesn't really matter, and Faye's passive is kind of useless. The only hope they had at surviving was for Pisama to stun Lucian there. This actually might have been my loss. I've had so many fights. I only did lose one time. This actually might be my loss. No, I don't think it was. No, because I would have remembered if I got 1v4 by a Ritesh. I definitely think this is one of my close ones. As you can see, Bernard's gonna die through just continuous damage. So that sucked. Oh yeah, and Bastet got a crit there. I'm like, oh my god, thank god. If Bastet did not crit there, anything could have happened. So here we are. I skip it. I skip Pisama Bernard. We're at rank 71. I'm not sure if you saw it, and my heart's racing at this moment because I really want to finish Guardian 2. And we're at rank 71. I want to say there was like 9 minutes left of rush. There weren't that many minutes. It was like under 10 minutes. And maybe it was even 7 or 6 minutes and I was Guardian 2. And I was like, oh my god, if only I could hold this. If I could hold on to this, that would be so amazing. I need to hold on to this. I know my loss is coming. I don't want to talk about... Okay, so Pisama Ryan, I always will hit this. And we're going to go on the Fen Yang because the Leica can only take 1/3 of his health. I didn't get an ignore on the Fen Yang, which is really a problem because... And not only that, I didn't hit him for a lot of damage at all. We killed the Orion, but that was never the issue. This might be my loss. Yeah, right there. Right there we have a problem. So... and then right there, I also failed to kill Fen Yang, which is a huge, huge issue. That's a big deal. I think this didn't even kill Fen Yang. That didn't even kill him. So at this point, I'm like, well, crap. Both my damage dealers are dead. And then, I know it looks crazy. If he didn't violent there, I probably would have won. Or actually, maybe that was a revenge proc into... I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at it. But even now, I feel like I have a chance. If I got a defense break there, I would have been okay. My Bastet is on Violent and she's really good. I have a lot of faith in my Bastet. I have a lot of faith in all my supports. My supports do a lot of damage. So that was my only loss. I felt like I got unlucky there because he Violent procced a lot and I didn't get defense break. So I don't consider that a tilting loss. That was just wow, I got fucked up there. So I don't know who that was. Maybe Balthazar X. I think that was his. Good job on the AD. Very good. Stefanos is being stalled by Arena. If you ever get stalled by Arena, just leave. You will waste so much time fighting that Arena. You're losing wins. yeah, you're gonna lose points either way. Just lose the points, get into your next fight so you can win them back. You know what I mean? Don't ever get stalled by Arena. Or a Camilla, or a double Camilla with an aerial lead and a Praha. Especially if you don't even attack that. If you see that, just leave it alone. Yeah, that's not worth it. 2 Camillas with an aerial lead and a Praha, you know those Camillas are going to be tanky as fuck. You know that Praha's going to strip the shit out of you because she's on Nemesis Despair. Stefanos is really tilted. He's like really upset with this Rena. But this Rena's costing you, man. You can't slug it out with Renas. It's not worth it. Unless you have kill potential coming up and it's coming up fast. I don't even think I commentated this fight. It was basically a cookie cutter Guardian 2, Guardian 3 defense that I find really kind of easy to deal with. It's a really strong defense, just not against Faye. Not against Faye Lucian. Oh, it was Oh My Charles. Okay, Oh My Charles is really good. That was the one that as I was attacking, as I was hitting attack, I thought to myself, man, I'm really intimidated because I know this is a very good player. So I hit attack, and right as I hit it, I was like, I regret my decision already. I already regret attacking this guy. I should not be attacking like a G3 and obviously G3 player. So I choose this one. There's no speed buff, so I'm going to go on Zing. Even though Camilla is a threat, I don't consider her a true threat. So fortunately, we get an ignore on Zing, but we don't get it on Praha, which is good because we didn't want to proc Nemesis. This is my last fight of the rush. And I was really upset because I know there's like 2 minutes left. And I was hoping to kill them faster. And I don't manage to kill them quickly at all. This takes me quite a while. So when Faye dies, I know this is going to be really tough to get a quick win. I still feel like I'm going to win. But I don't think it's going to be quick. And as you can see, I think I put on auto now. And Shred says in chat, rank check. Now if you look at my screen, if you watch this video, it's 11 o'clock for him. It's 11 o'clock global time for him. If you look at my video, I have 2 minutes left. You're about to see it. Look in the bottom right. Look over there in the corner when I open chat and Shred goes rank check. Because look, I'm about to kill this Camilla. So I open, I'm like, is it 11 already? And I'm hoping, because I was ranked 78 when I went to this last fight. So unless my defense got slaughtered in the very last second. Oh, okay, so it was 11. But when I went into it, it was not 11. When I went into it, I had 2 minutes left. I checked it. This last fight took a lot longer than I thought it would because I guess bad RNG. I didn't really even commentate it because I know it's the last fight. So anyways, yeah, Shred got C3. I think I check a lot of other people, and I asked for my own rank check. And a lot of people start saying that G2 now, but the thing is, they start saying G2 to Nasty. So I thought they were saying G2 to Nasty. I didn't even process it. And then someone said GZ Tim, so that's when I knew that I came in at G2. So alright guys, we're back. So all my future videos will be recorded on my desktop. This will be one of the, I might do Guardian Rush Hours like how I'm doing it now. Oh, so let me show you guys. So I'm sitting on a, just dropped my phone. I'm sitting on a futon right now that our guest will sleep on. The room's kind of messy and it's like really early in the morning. So excuse me. That's my desktop right there. I just bought the desk and the chair. I'll show you guys. Oh, I know the lighting's really bad. Sorry guys. This is my desktop I'm going to be recording on. That's my tower. It does not fit inside the stupid shelf, so that's why it's on top of my desk. Anyways, that's responsible for the recording that you just saw. That's why it was so much smoother. Obviously, I'm going to be using that from now on. So yeah, I recorded on my desktop and then I put it on a USB and I transferred it over to my MacBook to edit. I need to find my Sony Vegas key, man. That thing was like, that was very expensive. Okay, so let's go over runes really fast. My aerial stats. 31,000 health, 128 plus 128 speed on violent. Oh my god! I swear to God, I don't do this on purpose. Like, it's not like I leave purple runes in slot 5 just to laugh and like be a running joke. I don't know. I honestly don't know why it always seems to be slot 5 is always purple or blue. Like, I'm sorry, that's not intentional. Anyway, so Ariel's runes, violent nemesis. I broke my entire R5 team to rune my AD. I have to admit, I actually did not even plan on rushing. I wasn't going to rush. I was like, I was just going to send my AO, my Faye, Bernard, Lucian, Bastet. I was going to send my AO to be my AD, and I was just going to do my wings and not refill. I wasn't planning on doing a true rush this last night. So my Praha, 28,000 health, 1 plus 117 speed. You'll notice she's on purpose slower than Ariel. She's on Despair, Nemesis. I think this worked out really well because what would happen is they would get Lucianed, and then Ariel would Holy Water and heal everybody up, And then Praha's AI would think and go, ooh, you know what? My whole entire team is full health. I'm going to strip the enemy team. That made their second attacker, or their second Lucian, if they try to double Lucian me, that made their second Lucian hit significantly lower damage. On my 2 tank Millas, you can see their stats. Both of them have 35,000 health. One of them, and they both have plus 1,000 defense. One of them is plus 200, and one of them is 200 speed, and one of them is 165. I tried to give both of them a little bit of resistance, and I failed. Their runes, they're both on Violent. So 35,000 health, both on Violent. One of them is 200 speed on Violent, one of them is 165. So obviously, one is a lot stronger than the other. There's no offensive trade-off there. They're both just 1,000 plus 1,000 defense. The speed dropping there between one Camilla to the second one is simply due to having bad runes at that point. I didn't want to break too many monsters. I feel like for this Camilla, I just used runes from my inventory. I don't think I pulled them off anybody. I just took them from the inventory. This Camilla is the one I ruined my Lisa for this one. I completely gutted my Delphoy's runes for Ariel. So Chasun, Delphoy, and Kumar got killed for these guys' runes. So yeah, you guys can see they have like no runes. No runes. Delphoy has no runes. I feel like I gutted somebody else even harder. I can't remember. And lastly, my AO's runes. This is nothing different. Faye, really low health. Nothing I can do about that. I grinded almost everything up that I can grind. Yeah. Faye. Basket. Very slow. I can't use her in RTA. I want to redo it because I want to use her in RTA again. She's on shield, she's on Will Violent to counter those Leos. My Benrad. Apparently in the UK it's pronounced Bernard, not Bernard. Bernard. I was telling my wife about this game. I was telling her about Bernard, and she's like, "Oh, Bernard," because she's from the UK. I don't know. I think she might have been trolling me. I don't know. I don't know. Check out that speed. Lovely. Did not reappraise this rune. Just grinded it. Where's my reappraisal baby? This is my reappraisal baby. This is the next victim. I think this is a 17 speed roll, grinded to plus 21. I think I can get a 20 speed reappraisal, hopefully. I would actually do it to this rune, but this is a hero rune, so I don't want to, I have 3 appraisal stones from last week I haven't used, and I'm going to get 3 more. I'm not sure if I want to use it on that. I'm waiting for a legendary 6-star drop from Giants. Hasn't come yet. I've been farming the damn dungeon probably for about a week, and my Giants team is like ridiculously fast too. Let me do a run really fast. I don't have my second Lucian. It'd be even faster with my second Lucian, but let me just demonstrate to you how fast it is. Watch this run be really slow. Because I go Teshar, Lucian, Lucian. Or I go Lucian lead, Teshar, Teshar, Lagramon, and Galleon. It's just hilarious. Oh, by the way, it's going to be laggy as hell because I'm on my MacBook at the moment. Normally, don't worry, this will be like the last recording ever you have to deal. Look at how terrible this is compared to my desktop. Like, my desktop was completely smooth and golden. I'm not even trying to show you actual gameplay right now. I'm just talking. I hope you guys all had a great weekend. I hit 1,100 subscribers. I think I'm a little over. I think I'm at 1,124. Thank you to everyone who subscribed to me. I really, truly appreciate your support. You guys have been great. It's so funny to think that it feels like it was 5 weeks ago that I had my first 19 subs on that first day. And it's just so crazy that it's 5 weeks ago. And now I have 1,100. I love all of you guys and your comments and your support. It means the world to me. So yeah, 38-second run. And I've been farming this for the last week. And I have not gotten a Legend, Swift, Slot 4. I would have laughed if that was it. If this was it, that would have made me so happy. Mortal Energy, Speed HP. That's not bad, but it's blue and it's 5-star, so I don't personally need it. Anyways, I'm just going to be farming Giants while I wait for my Guild Wars to start, and I'll record my Guild Wars on that desktop over there, and it'll be so much better. I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for tuning in, as always.